others have come to the conclusion that every time I wear white, it rains. So for context, I manage a restaurant that is entirely outdoors. So you can imagine the inconvenience for me, not really for any of you because of that t-shirt contest. But actually, ever since I can remember, wearing the color white has been really bad luck for me. So, it is 8th grade, spring, and this is the year I peaked. No, I'm not even joking. I had finally discovered tweezers, separating that good old unibrow into two. Thank you. Look how good they look now. I had my first boyfriend, Ben, a classic NJB, who looked up to me because he was a full foot shorter. He was my first kiss with tongue, which was less of a peak and more of a valley given his height. I figured out the perfect ratio to under eye eyeliner. But most importantly, I found my core group of girlfriends. Realistically, I kind of was the outcast up until that point with my musical theater jazz hands, radiating positivity as I kickball changed my way past everybody's wrapping paper covered lockers. And up until this point, I didn't really fit in except with my friend Melanie, who really never judged me on my theatrical nature. Now, Melanie was the smartest person in my grade. I mean, she had straight A's, she was taking APs in junior high school, and I wasn't as exactly enthused about learning the lyrics to Fotografia. If you're not familiar, it goes something like, Cada vez que te busco te vas. And that's all I learned, because I did not get extra credit on that assignment. Or figuring out where the quadratic formula fit in our lives. I envied her inherent intelligence, and she envied my ability to carry a tune as we made up lyrics to Benny and the Jets on every sleepover. I am still convinced it's electric boobs and Moab suit. But I'm from Los Angeles, if you can't tell. Now, I think that our differences made us quite unique, but they fit in most best with our love of dance. So I was the straight-laced ballerina with a tight-ass bun, so tight that you would think I was trying to give myself a facelift. And I am sorry to report that no matter how tight your bun or how high it is, it doesn't deter the wrinkles later on in life. Now, Melanie was a little bit more into the modern thing, you know, her calculated personhood, rolling around the floor, the black, never mopped floor, where she could loosen up a little bit. And every year at our spring dance concert, she and I would get backstage and we'd heckle each other from the wings and we'd get overexcited about our potential stardom. Now, this was going to be our year, mostly my year, because I had been cast in 2 pieces, a classical ballet and this nuanced lyrical piece that had never been workshopped before, and it was a huge deal. If you can't tell, I was a huge deal at 14, because nobody ever got cast in more than 1 piece. So this was my big break. The dress rehearsal comes and we're like knocking each other's teeth out, just trying to get a glimpse of the costumes. It's this purple, beautiful, ombre, pink, white, dipped, matching purple shorts, and ombre was a huge trend at the time. Yeah. This is like circa 2008, if you can't tell. So beautiful. And then I receive my leotard and tights and my tutu, both snowy white. And my face turns as red as well. The dilemma facing me, my period. Yes, this is the point in the show where we talk about my vagina. So I was a little late to the game compared to my girlfriends, and I wanted so desperately to have that like stamp plastered across my chest, or maybe on the worst of days, my pants. But I was so embarrassed that I had lied to all of my friends the year before, telling them that I too had gotten my period and I was a mature woman. Yeah. But my beanpole figure would have alluded otherwise. Nonetheless, nothing could have prepared me for this moment. Okay, this is not happening. I am not going to be seen on stage with a giant pad under my white leotard, recognizing my already throbbing vagina. This is the day I learned to put in a tampon. I grab Melanie's wrist and we run to the girls' restroom and I say we need reinforcements, and she luckily had her newly blossomed bosoms that could carry the supplies. We face the girls' locker room, which is bright red doors. They welcome us. They summon us with open doors and summoning us saying, you know, one of us with our matching color schemes. I fling myself into the largest stall and Melanie hands me the goods. I'm in there. I am weaseling myself out of my white leotard, my white tutu, my white tights, underneath the phosphorescent white lights, trying to escape the omen that was keeping me captive. I slowly hang everything on the hook to the bathroom door and feel the lavender, Febreze-scented bathroom air hitting my pale, naked body. It's a great visual, I know. And I pod beret my way to the toilet and I take my starting position. So here's the thing. You would think that putting in a tampon is pretty self-explanatory, right?
No.
Girls know it. It's an applicator, in case you didn't know, Daniel. I brought him here, I can do that. It's an applicator, so you insert it, you push it, and you think that's it, right? Wrong. Did you know that there's more than one hole down there? Did you know that the first time you put something in that hole, it does not feel good? Yeah, nothing could have prepared me for this moment. So my hand is shaking. I am trying to steady myself, and it became very clear in this moment that I was not going to become a brain surgeon. I'm staring at the floor, and the floor is blurring. It became as trippy as the first time I did acid. Highly recommend, by the way. And the bright orange is glowing at me just like the fire inside of my uterus. I am sweating. It will not go. I am sweating beads. It is running down. I am turning into the clown that my already pervasive stage makeup has blown me out of proportion. The beads are going, and I do not sweat, by the way, just for context. And Melanie sticks her head under the door and says, "You good?" And seeing the duel, hoists her tiny body under the stall. Melanie stares at my infantile body and looking at me says, "What do you mean it doesn't go?" I don't know, it hurts, it's stuck. Give it to me. Okay. Melanie looks at my body and stage walks her way on the balls of her feet up to my body hovered in crow pose above the toilet. I give her a nod of affirmation and she slowly plies on a count of 3. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do to get the right angle, and she was always good at math, so. She makes eye contact with my very conveniently placed freckle right in the middle of my vagina. That gives her the wink of to go. That's a lot of information for you guys. With a muffled breath and a shriek, Melanie inserts the cotton cylinder into my sacred temple, like the hero she is. My best friend has now gone to second base with me far before any man ever. I collapse on the floor in the fetal position, bloody as if I've been reborn. I can still feel that with me today. I can feel the pain radiating through my body as I talk. I'm so sorry, Will. I see your face. It's so disturbed right now. But I can tell you that this incident with the plastic has penetrated me way more than any man's penis has ever has. It has stayed with me forever. All of this to be said, I get my whites back on, my virginal whites, and I think about how #blessed I am. Blessed for my girlfriends, blessed for having friends half my size, blessed for it being 8th grade and there being significantly less blood. Now, all of this to be said, you guys are all gonna have the perk probably one day of seeing me with my wet t-shirt contest at work, but I can confidently tell you that I will be wearing black to my wedding.